Coming in to you live. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Welcome. Let's see. Check. Okay. Cool. Always gotta make sure my mic's on. That's good. Okay. Welcome, guys. Hi. Let's see if today's gonna be more interesting or more fun than last time, but I don't know. I don't know what you expect at this point. It's gonna be me here and fumbling around with everything here, you guys, and whatever's going on screen, so it'll be fun. So welcome, guys. Let's kick this party started. Haha. Watch this. Boop. It fades. Ha. Actually took me until this long to actually figure out that there's actually little transitions I can do for streaming. So there we go. So that was fun. Well, it took me until I was meddling around with the stream settings when I was making up the Midnight Mirrors stream from last Friday. That I found out those little secrets, like if you click on Streamlabs, there's a little button, little cog button that allows you to add like a screen scene transition. So yeah, I could get more crazy with them, but I think just a fade is good enough. Anyway, I'm literally talking about how I made a fade transition. Okay. How are you guys? Let's see. Look at my... always get email for them. Hi. Let's see. Oop. Hi, Star. If you're busy, okay. Still saying hi to you. And then, Sasha, I think. And hi, Cookie. There we go. Hi, guys. Here we go. Yeah, it should be fun. Okay, so what did we do last time? Well, last stream, we worked out a little bit more. We actually animated this shot. Let's see if everything's good here. Yeah. So we got that little animation with this little tiny eye dart between there. So I haven't really worked on it. Honestly, I haven't really worked on it really since last time, or in between streams. Hi, cartoons. Oh, you want my little wave? I can give you 2 waves. There you go. I can't move them both at the same time, but there you go. Let's see. You didn't have skinny. She's singing Shiny Smiley. Cool. Yeah, fade transitions. There's actually a whole bunch of ones that they're not like, you know, like PowerPoint has like those like star wipes and all those. Let's see. Probably gonna mess things up if I start clicking on things. Yep. These global transitions. So instead of a fade, I can change it to be swipe, slide, fade the color, Lumia, wipe, stinger, motion. Stinger's pretty cool. You can have like an animated custom one in motion. So I just did a very simple fade, and yeah. I can look at to see what those other ones look like. Yeah. Let's see. So in between streams, the only thing that I've really worked on, because I was working on the stream shorts volume 8. So I'm hoping to get that done this weekend, or have it uploaded this weekend. I posted, little plug. I posted a preview of that on Patreon, so you can see what that looks like, or how far I got in that. So go ahead and check that out if you're interested to be a patron. Links in the description. Let's see. Let me just go back to the beginning and see what we got here. Forward. No, it gets in the way. Boop. So yeah, nothing's really changed since last time on Tuesday, but you'll see in just a second. I added something. Boop. I added I had to like reanimate this shot, but I added this little cute little table. I called it a TV tray. I don't know what to call it, but I literally modeled this little table tray thing in the last like half hour. So probably needs a shot, or I don't know what it needs, but see how tricky that was. So it's not, the legs are like they're not being lit through the software. I had to like say I designed like each polygon to be a certain shade or color. So I did more Toon's cell shaded as if, again, like cell shaded in video games is in real time. It has different, if a light hits a polygon, what does it do when it has different parameters. With this, I'm like, it's not really a light in here inside a Toon Boom, so it's like, oh, I'm just gonna color it as if it was being lit. What would the lighter and darker parts of this look like? So hopefully that makes sense. That it's a fake lighting that I applied to it, so I added, you know, a darker shade here, like this is where the shading would be, and a little bit lighter on this polygon. So that's what I kind of did. Then I knew what angles I knew that this would be looked at. Would be like here, at this angle, and try to figure out, like, make sure that some of them look good. So definitely stands out pretty hard, but yeah. With contrast of this, with Derpy and the TV looks different, but oh well. I'm gonna have to animate this, or reanimate it, because I had the hands actually be layered in 3D space behind the TV, so I had to like bring them in front. I think last time if I clicked this perspective, which actually does show this really well, actually broke my computer. Let's see what happens if the stream stops. Give me a little, like, you guys get the emoji for like the spinning loading wheel. Give me that as I click on this. Yep. So this is the 3D perspective view. If I zoom out, you can see everything as well as see. You see that kind of parallax? See, I like have the outside be a separate element, so like when you move around, it does that. Let's check over here, see where I am. See my preview to see where I am. Let's save it too. Are we good? Is it loading good? But now you can see like how I had to do this. Everything used to be on this flat plane on the background here. Maybe I got a new version or something happened, or I don't know what. Is it Toon Boom? I did update my Toon Boom recently, like a month ago, and then I guess YouTube's getting better too, so who knows. I'm sure if I play with this too much. But anyway, just to show, like, this flat plane in the background is all one picture, and then I'm having to put the 3D model literally in front of it, and then I wanted these hands to be in front, so they literally do need to be on a separate forward layer in depth than everything else. So that's what I mean, like when you look at this, is like, sure, but you can see, like, here's the camera view at the bottom, and as it looks closer or farther away, as you go from the camera farther away, you can get the hands, the TV, which is huge, and then the back plate, and then I think the rest of the background window outside here and here. So I have to like reorder this and like move the hands and forward and stuff in space. So that's what I mean, like I had to like play with Z depth to be able to get this to work. So last time on Tuesday, I did this real quick, and I didn't know how it was gonna work. I didn't have the little table, so I had the hands like lower, just like lower in space, like down here, so they wouldn't they didn't affect the TV, or you couldn't like see it. And I would put it up here, so it had to be in front. So little weird issues that I just did literally just a half hour ago. And it's like it still works. So there you go. Alrighty then. And then this shot, it's nothing too crazy with that. But as soon as we get to here, this shot is the one where the TV explodes for whatever reason. Could be a story reason, maybe like the TV show she's watching is cursed or something like that, where it's like, oh, don't be watching this or something. I don't know. And then it just explodes. So let's go back to the Flash version and see. This is the original version, to see what this looks like. Yeah, I changed it to be this. The original 2014-ish version looked like this, so it's very flat when you look at this now. And so I just have this exploding and a fire effect inside there. I'd explained the fire effect as it was like a CS6 preset brush. I was like, let me just bring that in. I don't want to animate fire. So let's see if we can animate this today. See how far we get with this today. Gotta work on this. So now we know what we're gonna do. Hopefully that was good. Let's see here. I have a keyframe here. What are you? Storyboard? Okay, let's get the storyboard. How are we doing? So what I also did was I might have saw this. I have a TV no screen, which this model has a plane in front, which has the green screen on it. But I have this. That's this one. I have an alternate version. That's this one that I made that has the crack screen in it. I think it's over here, maybe, or we'll see what happens. So when it explodes, I want to time it so when it explodes, the TV 3D model of it swaps. So I'm not gonna like quote animate it to like have the screen explode. I'm going to have it swap to a different model as it explodes, so it can have like the different version of it, and you'll see. So at least for right now, I'll say that the timing is, it's got to start exploding here, so let's see. So are we still good? Stream still good? I see a preview of it. That looks looking pretty good. Okay. Make sure I'm not talking to a wall. Okie dokie. Leave talking to the microphone. Let's see. Okay, so let's see here. So here's these. Let's see. So I lost it, but I can see through the storyboard here. Okay, so I'm going to take the drawing of it. This is really complex. Imagine a drawing the 3D model as a drawing, as if I drew it. I'm gonna remove that basically model of it. So now it's gone. Then we're gonna take the drawing of the crack screen one and then position it so I can see it somewhere. Lost it's actually it's in a different position. Hopefully I could just like copy all 3 axes here and then paste it, and then in theory it should be in the same spot then. So I just keep making it in the exact same spot, and then I'll have to change the scale as well. Copy, paste. So that should be in the same-ish place. Now we got to get the scale. So it's going to be slightly larger. So now we can see that these are slightly off. So we got to look up here to see maybe there was something different. This is different. No, that's 21. Okay. Let's see. So it's probably in a. Is it Z that? What's going on here? Maybe I didn't get the full thing. Let me just make sure. That looks good. Let's just be careful with all of this. Might have like a bigger number here today. That looks good. It is slightly larger, so maybe I can just like go here and just. Does onion skin work with 3D? I don't know. That works. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened there. There we go. So now I got 2 versions here. What's going on here? Oh, onion skin. There we go. So it goes to about on that line. I'm gonna have it like move a little bit too in the animation. I'm gonna have like a jump, so I just need it to be roughly the same size and everything. So I'm not gonna keep it too exact. Apparently I can't keep it exact. Oh, Derpy disappeared for 1 frame here. That's cool. So we're gonna fix that. Then I move everything else forward. No? Okay. So just for this one, I'll just move you back. Boop. Okie dokie. Let's go back here. Okay. So now she's there. And boop. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna have it maybe jump, or this will be the spring down, so maybe I can like figure out a way to like scale it in the Z. So this is 20. Let's say that, and then let's call it 15. That did not work. Okay, it's like that it would. Maybe there's a little bit more math to this. Change this to 1. Whoa, got a squanchy there. So let's try 21. Boop. Trying to see if I can play with squanch and stretch. Again, a lot of this is still like, I'm gonna experiment while I'm live, and sometimes that isn't what you should be doing. Just go with what I know here. Okay. So I'm going to try and rotate it on the X. So that would be boosh. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Let's see. Oh, Inu's shonen merch. Tokodachi bean cushions big. Awesome. Pew. There you go. That's pretty simple. Pew. It's really, it's like a weird sense like when 3D objects move like as if they're animated in 2D. Especially having like 3D objects in animated and on 2s. There's something like cursed. It feels like something's wrong, you know, with how this works. There you go. A little hop. Pew. Pew. And you can see that it should feel like it's explodes, and so I'll have something inside of it. That's gonna be the fun part, is that I haven't tried this, but I've had the idea for a while that because this is now a 3D object, there's actually a hole inside of the plane here. It doesn't make sense, but I can rotate it on the rotate y-axis. Yep. So there's a hole here. The storyboard's getting in the way, but there's actually a little box inside of it that I have to make. So there's actually a little bit of room within inside of the box, as if the box now has a little cave inside of it. It's basically empty inside of it. So I'm going to see if I can actually put an object, inside of it and animate the smoke and fire and stuff within inside of the 3D object. Oh boy. Let's see. So boop, bah, and then we'll do all the smoke and all the fun effects. Let's remind myself what I even did with this. Pew. Okay, so I think, so we got the big spark in front maybe, and then smoke, pew, pew, little shards come out. Anything to like more sell that the screen itself is exploding, that'll be good. So let's see. More 3D models I see make the more want to see make a game. I know it unfortunately is that I'm not the most left or right brain that's more analytical or like numbers good, or just programming understanding. And you can tell with me that I'm more a creative side brain that I did try, but I did try at the beginning of the year to try to make a video game. I tried to learn, or I guess relearn Unity. Unity game engine. But I think just even trying to do that made me again realize that my brain is just not wanting to try to even comprehend what even all that programming stuff is. So I tried to do a whole bunch of different coding to even, it's been like a couple weeks trying to make a like a 3D platformer, but not even that, just trying to even my problem was just trying to make like a bunch of scripts to even say like I wanted to like have a, you know, like a normal 3D game movement of like, oh, I'm going to have a, you know, if you press W, then move forward or move in this axis and stuff. And it's like just got really, really complex the more I try to like even just, yeah, I can't even explain it. More stuff I kept adding, the more crazy it just got, and then just, yeah. So, I mean, I might want to try again maybe soon, you know. I do, there's still, you know, test projects that I have, I guess, but just haven't really completed that test just because it didn't really work out. But yeah, I do like this kind of aesthetic of it being somewhere in between, I guess, 64 and GameCube, where it's like you definitely see the pixels and polygons, but they're not as high as rendered as a GameCube game. So that's what I like. Oop, bop. And that's kind of what I'm good at. And not to say like, oh, I can't like 3D model something complex, but it's like it's just easier to I always like being like flexible, so the more like I can easily go back to like, you know, go back to like this shot and like actually edit things and feel like I can mold it, or like be a sculptor and like say like, oh, I don't like this arm being here. If I can have a control that I can just do this on it to like change it, then great, you know. But if I don't have these controls and it's like, oh, I have to like, how long would it take for me to like, oh, this arm or this button, you know, is wrong, you know. It's like I want to be the most like flexible when I work on stuff. So I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point, but I feel like with programming and stuff, it's like it feels limited. At least some sense. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm getting that full due there. Boop. It's probably like a frame, probably like, let's see. So it probably goes down here. Let's have that spark. I want a spark kind of image here. So let's see. Hopefully that made sense. Let's see. So I'm gonna go to drawing. Let's see. Where am I going? Oh, what the? Okay, color. I did something. Oh, add a new color here. I want a new palette, actually. Let's see here. There's a color palette. Yep. Okay, and I want it's gonna be explode and smoke and all that, so I'll just categorize it as that. Okay. So I want a yellow. Whoop. Okay. Let's get my drawing view. Okay. So on this frame, on this element, on this peg, on this thingy, I would like that spark. So let's just see what I can do. Want this, go back to top maybe and put it in the right position here. See where it is. There it is. So I put it, see on the left where it is, put it barely in front. Okay, drawing. Where is it? I don't see it, but I can still draw it here, so that's fine. Okay. Let's move this down. Pew, pew. Okay, I want a spark. What does spark look like? As if it's being explodey. Pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Let me color this in. Pew, pew, pew. That looks pretty good. Okay. Pew, pew. So I spin for 2 frames. Pew, 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 pew. So this is all pretty much to the end. I'm just gonna have the smoke come out too. Pew. Okay. Let's see here. So this is looking good. I could probably just, you know, work on this to get it to be more sharp a little bit. It's looking good. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know exactly what I'm drawing here, so this is just me made up on the spot. There you go. Okie dokie. As long as it's a different color. Oh, you can see like now it feels like it's inside the TV. So that's what I want. Is I'm gonna have this smoke thing come out. So I should draw it in the same place and then add a peg to where I want it to be. So this is actually going to be a smoke now. Or the explodey part, I guess. So what do I have here? Here's the spark. Pew. So I have like this fireball coming out here. How long is it? Pew. I can see how long. There it is. Okay. Pew. It's weirdly moving around, so I want to keep, for this version, I want to keep it probably in the same place. The TV doesn't actually move in the TV, in the Flash version. So let's see here. Yeah. So, check this out. Alright. So we're gonna have the smoke cloud, I guess. And what did that look like? Sorry, I had to like go back and forth while doing this. So it's like a weird fireball though. It's just mess. Okie dokie. Let's see. So just kind of get. It's hard to be like spontaneous. There it is. Okay. Found it. So now I can finish this off there. Probably want to have maybe like a dual layer. I don't know if I want to do this. This might get tricky in the sense that I can do something like that. Color this side up here. Yeah, this is getting a little tricky. Huh. Yeah, if I made this with points, this might actually be easier. Okay, let's get rid of the color, see what happens. Boop. And then just say pop. And then say pop. Okay. So we're gonna have that. And then we're gonna move it up to where I want it to be. Maybe it should be darker, because this is smoke instead. I want it to be somewhat visible, so let's see here. What's a good color there? Look at Play new video games is a good question. I would say no. I've been sadly just working on my stuff the whole time. Usually my family likes to watch game shows instead. It's like after dinner and everything, we like to watch all the different game shows, Wheel of Fortunes and Jeopardies. So, and then it gets tiring after that, so we just kind of then got into like watching YouTube videos afterward. So I'd say we haven't been playing video games. Any kind of like new video games either. Yeah. The weird game making garage seems pretty fun. It's a Switch game where you can basically make your own game, but you don't have to be a programmer. So I was like, that sounds pretty cool. Or you don't need to like learn, 30 years of coding and stuff. So I was like, that sounds pretty good. Pew, 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 pew. Earthbound. That's cool. I was watching a video today on why isn't Modern 3 localized yet? And it's like, yeah. It's having some, well, apparently they finished it, or at least they were intending to finish it. Actually work on it. But then, got into those weird roadblocks, you know, where it's, got a little weird. I started to play Mother 3 either this beginning of this year or before, I don't remember. Where got through a couple chapters, and that I think I probably got to a new chapter and then I just stopped. So I get like that where it's don't finish games too much. Pew. Pew, pew, pew. So I might have like multiple layers of this actually. I think I've been playing Paper Mario actually recently. Doesn't seem like much, but it's like, yeah. The Origami King. I played that recently. But again, I haven't really got too far with it. I guess it's pretty good, but it's like I haven't got to, you know, game ending sense yet. I haven't got there yet. Let's see. Did they bounding games? Probably started Twilight Princess 5 times. Wow. Yeah, I feel like restarting is like just as hard as like continuing to finish the same game. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't want to. You gotta get to a point where it's like you start to like replay the game and it's like, I don't even remember either what I was doing or what the X button does, and it's like, and then like the whole level is like a Zelda where like it expects you to, you know, use the new claw shot, but you're like halfway to a dungeon maybe, and it's like, what? So you don't understand like when a puzzle expects you to do something. That gets really bad. That actually happened. Yeah, we actually finally left played Twilight Princess. We got to the Ganon's dungeon, but then we didn't really play it. We took such a long break that when we tried to get back to the Ganon dungeon, it was like, I don't even remember. Half like the like all the stuff that it expects you to. If you just played it on your, you know, own, you know, you would have, or like in a more full full playthrough, yeah, you would have known that what these little patterns mean or anything. Or like when it says like, hey, can you do the claw shot thing, and it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Or like it doesn't register as a thing anymore. So that gets bad. And it's like, yeah, I don't wanna. And you're like actually not able to play it. That's get like a walkthrough, and that's not fun. You just want to just play. Games are like designed where you're supposed to continue playing, or else there's like too many concepts as like if you don't continue playing, you're just lost. That gets bad. Pew. Pew, pew, pew. Gotta get the sound effects in. Goodbye. Thank you for joining. Let's see if I can get this. I cannot get this smaller. Okay. If I click the, what is it? This button? If I click this button, I can actually do this. Animate like that. Okay. And then keep making smaller bips here. That's how smoke works, is that it kind of goes up and then it kind of changes into smaller and smaller pieces that kind of like dissolves. Like this big piece here might then split up, I guess is a better word, into like these little tiny spots here. So I'm not gonna spend too much more time on this. I feel like it should be a little faster, but I want to see it too. So I might want to have like another one in the back or something, and that can have like a smoke trail or something coming out. I want to do that. And then the fire, there's going to be a fire in here too, maybe. I'll see. And the good thing about this is I hope to be smart with this. And what am I thinking? Use some of these assets over again. Kind of like copy and paste these assets for later shots. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Despite not maybe like having like a more simple loop or something with the smoke, and then it can just kind of be its own asset. But yeah, it just takes a while to actually animate all these little tiny bips here at this point. There you go. Maybe like get rid of some of these as if they probably need to move up a little bit. And then go back to 0 on it. Boop. Let's see, so now I can poosh. So that's pretty good. Okay. Yay, okay. That's what we got. I believe I colored it all the same color, so now if I just want it to be darker or something, that's possible. Or even lighter. I don't know. Probably gray, but like light gray maybe. It's probably because I just want the contrast to be good, but it also needs to be dark, so it's like, what do I do now? Let's see. That's pretty good. Okay. So we can have like, maybe like 3 different elements now, so let's probably change this to not be Explode TV, and then have this be, probably actually something that we just did. Smoke inside. Don't smoke inside. That's probably too long. Okay. Let's call this the same thing. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna have this be several different props of it exploding, so I'm gonna have to have this box being a little wider here. Let's chunk this out. Okay. So we're gonna have well, I can just put this in, so this will be fire, and this will be smoke loop behind. Okay. So we have smoke. Let's be our fire and smoke here. Let's put these bips in. I need to make this box even larger. Jeez. Again, the backdrop here is just for organization. It doesn't create or do any metadata. It doesn't change things. The gray background that says props here, it doesn't do any programming stuff. It's just so I can move this around and feel like it's a nice little happy group more than anything. So there you go. Okay, what should we do first? Should we do the smoke behind or should we do the fire? Let's see. Oh yeah, I also have to have the little chips come out too. Let's add that too. TV. But what are these? Glass. Okay, so this will be in front actually. So I need to have more room to do this. Meow. Okay. Boop. Okay, let's get this going here. There we go. Okay, and this needs a peg too. Okay, so now we got everything here. This is gonna be complex. It's already complex, but man, this is gonna be.
It's so cute.
This is gonna take a while actually. Animate all this. Okie dokie. I think we take smoke, so I think we can do fire and see how that looks. Let's do that. Ooh, what I could do is have a gradient. That might be interesting. I can always change it later, so no harm in that. What I can do is have it be, there it is, red to yellow. And if I draw this, what happens? Ooh, fancy, ooh. Get my, there you go, my gradient adjuster. So there you go. And a little, already got a little firefly there. Yay. Okay, so where in the world is it?
There's a mod execution here. It takes 26 minutes.
There it is. It's 3D. Woo. Alright. So let's put it inside. So it's gonna have to have, I think it actually appears near the end of this. Like it kind of like builds up. Like that. Okay. So we'll go to the end. Boop. Okay. This is what I want. And I thought that this would work well, and it looks like it does. Is that actually this is physically inside of the TV. This is incredible. Look at that. That's so cool. I guess this would happen, and I'm more than just impressed that this does actually. There you go. Awesome. Okie dokie. Let's see what happened. Back from you now. Okay, welcome back. Let's see. Oop, we got a little flame. There we go. Remove some points and you get a little flame there. Awesome. Boop. That's just a normal candle. Is that right? Does it start? Is these colors right? Should I flip it? Is it actually like this?
Come on, I'm back.
Actually, I don't know. At this point, I'm too afraid to ask now. Actually, I'm not. Let me know which way. What's the tip color, and I can figure that out. So I probably want to change it to be a different shape. Oh, look at that. Okay, so red tip. Got it. Okay, so I was right. Apparently, first time. Boop. That did seem right when I looked at it. So, all right. Thank you. Kind of keep it be pretty. It's probably tricky to keep it consistent, because when I animate it's gonna be weird. Ooh, what I could do is I just had to run through all the permutations and thoughts of like, can this work? And it's like, yeah, I guess, before I start saying it. Okay, so I could add a deformer. I could make this look really good, and I can have like deformers still have it be like a snake and kind of go whoop, whoop, whoop. Kind of move it around. That might be quicker to animate. Okay. Would that be easier to copy paste? Can I copy paste? Yeah, I could probably do that. How long is it? Not too long. It should be easy to clone it. Okay. That process is going. Let's make this look good. Let's make a whole fire brigade here. So what do we need? What does it look like when he's got a bunch? Let's remove the, see everything? Remove this, remove this, remove this. So it looks like it has, let's get all those. So it starts from here, and then it whoops up. That is a fire extinguisher going in. Okay. What I'm gonna do is probably just make this either super wide, or I can figure out, like, I probably just want to start over actually. And this might be simpler. Okay, so Try to get my base here. It's funky chicken now. Oops. Okay, so I'll just clean this up. Might be easier. Boop. So I'll just go to each of these, and then we'll see if this is gonna work. Always the big question is like, well, I got the idea, and it's like, well, you know, in theory, I hope this works, you know. So, not the Windows, Alt. There you go. So for your learning Toon Boom mode, I press not Windows, Alt. My hand is like in front of my, or my microphone is in front of my face, so I can't really see what I'm clicking here. I just keep simplifying it and keep adding little deformies. Angles these out. Oop. How's that looking? Pretty good, pretty sharp. Alright. I just keep moving all of these. The alt just like removes like all the curvatures that it would have had. So it kind of like is like a reset button to keep it back to be like that. This could be a little wider there. This can be a little chunky. That's a fire. Maybe some of these. Okay. There we go. Oh, but that's fire enough for you. There you go. So it can be pretty small as it just kind of like slowly shows itself. So I can also animate that as well. Let's see what we got. Is that big? Yeah, let's make it big. Okay, cool. Of course, the gradient is off. Boop. Thanks for the confirmation. So, hopefully, what I want is to only animate this one picture, but that seems not right. How can you animate one picture? Okay. As long as I get this look good. Okay. What I want is tools. I want hammer. I want curve. Okay. It's gonna have what to do in here. Okay. Solid. Boop. Boop. So now I have two controls to hopefully be able to bend the fire like this. I may want this to be a little closer. So I can probably just like shake back and forth like this. And I can bend it. So maybe like boop. And then just kind of bend it and pose it like that. So, maybe we could have like multiple pictures or something, but this will be the base for what we got here. So, okay. Boop. So, let's see. All these default for that is always weird. Okay, so now I have the offset and the curve. Let's see which one's which. That one's probably the offset at the top, curves at the bottom. Okay, so I want like a couple different poses and then just kind of go back and forth between all of them then. It's gonna have like this. As it kind of just has these different curves as it goes. Yeah. Maybe like a couple so-called loops, but if they're like, yeah, if it be pretty long, then the loops will seem less noticeable, you know? If I just had like two you know, poses with this, then it would seem like it would just be going back and forth between two different poses. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep this to be pretty long and then go from there. So now I got woo woo. How long is the scene? It goes to all the way up to here. And so instead of animating all of that, I would just take all of this animation, copy, paste. I don't know where it was, so I'm just copying everything to be sure. Boop, 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 boop. Paste. See where I need to delete this here. Select it. So now, look at it go. Okay. And I could do with some animation on here. Remove the showing it that. So now this keyframe is good. Actually have it be the one that it's kind of starting to show itself. I would like it to actually have be the anchor point be in the right place here. That'd be pretty sick. So I think I can remove that. So that's fine. Cool. Let's move that back there. Let's see if I can select it. Bop. So I can isolate it, and then if I can go back to here with this peg, get the rotating button to be in the right place. That should be good. Just like that. Okay. That should be good to now animate this. Whoop. As it goes up. Whoop. So now I can do this. And be much more menacing. I'm just gonna do some random. You can probably see here that I'm just kind of going woo. Alright. Let's bring it down. Bring it back up. More wild this is, the better. So I'm doing like multiple layers of animation here. And instead of just a wiggle, I'm also including this little scale changing around. So now it should be like a little bit more like, whoa! I think the initial like waving animation does make it a little bit off the way that I copy and pasted it. It's not a perfect loop. So if I change that to be a gooder loop, and then copy and paste that animation in, it might look a little better, but for now, that's pretty good. All right. Okay, so how's that? So now we got all of this animation. So I get all of this. Boop. Might work better if either the smoke inside or something was a little bit longer. They seem to not overlap as much as I probably would like. So let's move. Maybe even back here. Yeah, that's a little better. They don't have like time to like think about like where's the smoke go? Whoop, there it is. There's a fire. Awesome. Okay, which also means that this needs to be elongated to continue to the rest of the rest of the shot there, as well as the animation of the deformers. Boop. Which actually do continue. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Let's change this to be prop comp. Label that. Okie dokie. Alright. What else was it? Oh, the glass shards. That should be easy. I say that. So I probably want it to be the same color as that. Solid, and then some sort of grayish color. That's pretty good. As long as it's similar. Cool. So right about there, we want to have that, and then we'll have to change the perspective of it, but it should just be little triangles, I think. Could just literally just make a triangle out of points, and then actually it doesn't need to be filled in. It'll just be outlines. Okay, and then let's get it to be in the right layer of depth. Boop, there it is. I want it just be on the z-axis here. There you go. Okay. Drawing, and let's take this and hopefully I can make it be, I'll actually make it a little bit thinner. That's good. Somewhere around there. Let's see if taper works. Not really. Maybe be flat might work. Almost. Round's probably better. Okay, so these are gonna explode out. That's good, actually. Happy accident with that. Copy paste. Lower. And let's do one more. Okay, so now we got these, and we got these. Okay, cool. And of course, expose it for a while. Not going to be exposed for too long, or actually animate for too long. Basically, just going to have different pictures and then animate them. So when they move, now it's gonna fall. So boof, boof. I keep selecting it both at the same time. It's not what I want. Oh, did it again. So just kind of following where I think they should go. Start to animate that up. Come on. So boof, boop, 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 boop. Animating on twos is always much simpler. I see that my layering is a little bit off there, so I have to work on that. Of course, when things fall, they accelerate. So now I'm going to have them be very, very going much farther. And just kind of rotating it, I guess. So woo, boop, 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 boop. I don't know what that is now, but let's see that one. So that's about to cover it there. Or the edge, I guess. Stop. Okay, let's probably like 2 more maybe here. So this will be gone. Saving. About to there. And this one will be gone too. Okay. And then this will be gone, and maybe there's just like one more of it going down. And then, well, that would be, no, exposure there. Okay, so I want these to actually be in front of the table too. So let's just kind of move them. See how that kind of works there. Okay, so now, poof. Of course, need to move that back there. Bow. So it just adds just this kind of tiny little bit more of like an explosion, you know, that these little tiny glass shards are now falling. Feels like maybe I don't know what this one's going for. Where is it? There it is. Where is this one? And this one. So let's copy. What? Don't need that frame. Paste this and then maybe a little bit there. And then up, up, and then go back to no. Pew. Pew. Alright. Pew. And of course everything here could be adjusted. You can see like that doesn't make sense. Between this frame and that frame, so let's move that over there and let's move it down here. Move this over here. Okay, I think we're good for that, and it'll be the last thing for today. Awesome, perfect. Okay, not super perfect, but just for speed and efficiency, I think that turned out well. All things considered. So this is, let's get it to look like, well, it's gonna look like here. Pew. Alright, and we got the fire. So we're gonna add like one more smoke trail behind it. I think hopefully you'll see my method now of how I'm gonna approach that probably. Then I'm gonna have like, in a sense, like even do the same kind of wiggly animation, but maybe that'll be, it's probably better to have multiple pictures, which for the flame too might work better if it's facing one way. Maybe I could have it be a different picture so they'll seem more animated than whatever this weird shape going on here with the dance. That'd be weird. And that'd be kind of cool though if like if the flame itself was also put a little happy face on it and it's like hello, it's a little hand going on there. And Derpy's like, wow. Right, let's go to repeat. Good. Let's go to my fade out end screen. Boop. Yay. Let's have it so you can see a little bit more of the actual animation. How about that? There you go. Nope. Okay, and then let's play it. It's going. Oh yeah. Did I turn off my background? What was that? Or maybe I just didn't make a background for this. I don't know what's going on here. Something's going on. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's see. Something's probably off. Do I have a background? Let me actually quickly see if I can click this and just turn on storyboard. There you go. That's probably better. Okay, perfect. Hello guys. Hello. Welcome to Toaster Time. How you guys doing? Hey yo Zypher, welcome. And I get some water. Here I go. Alright. It's possible this isn't, I said it's a repeat. It's possible I stopped it too. There you go. Okay, yeah, I should pause it. Zips. Okay. Can't tell. Okie dokie. There you go. So, here's where we are in the animation. The animation itself, the whole timeline, is roughly a minute. So you can see like just how much work there is per frame and per second. You know, there's like everything needs to be considered, everything needs to be drawn, everything needs to be animated, everything needs to be cleaned up. It's like it's just a whole process for literally every single element. That looks really good, actually. Seeing it in whatever and in real time and in context actually worked out pretty well. Alrighty. That had a background for that. I'll have to check on that shot. Okay. Cool. We're almost there. I would say, I don't know if we're halfway done. It's kind of hard to tell. We got to like the meat of it. That now the act 2, you know, the big twist happened. That now the TV exploded. So then like the rest of it is gonna be figuring out what to do with that now. So yeah, it is weak. Yeah, I did talk about that. That I'll fix it. I had different ideas of how to fix it. I literally took like the cheapest way out of it possible by having it just be one picture that's just kind of like dancing around. Yes. Everything else looks pretty good. Let's see. Thank you, Zypher. 2 a.m. Wow. Now I can figure out like at least what time zone you live in. Cool. Not that I'm looking it up right now. I was thinking about it. But all right. Thank you. Yes. I did the fire a little fast. So, but the smoke billowing up, that's like the onset smoke with, not this one. It takes a little while. That was more hand animated. The more hand animated, the more crafted it is. I think it turns out a little better. So, and I just went cheap of it. So, yeah. In the meantime, I guess I can say this. In the meantime, I hope to maybe, I don't know how much time I'll really have time to work on this, because I'm going to, on this particular project, because I'm going to probably use all of my efforts to, or work time, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to spend most of my time between now and next stream to work on the live stream artwork, gallery, video, whatever I'm calling it. Yoshi Greenwater live stream shorts volume 8. This huge title. So I'm gonna be working on that. So probably all my time is gonna try and get that to be get that good. So I think for just these streams, it's just going to be continuing like we did today, where it's just like continuing off from where we left off, rather than like cleaning. I don't know how interesting that would be to like actually go back and clean up these kind of like the first couple shots, rather than just moving on to something new. So might have to like, it may end up like I animate it. Let me do my quotes. Hand quotes. I may animate it all on stream and then go back later and then clean it up. Because there's besides the fire stuff and other stuff that we talked about, there is still a lot of like stuff that I would like to fix. Especially in shots 1 and 2. The beginning one and the one you just saw. Those I have like some more stuff I want to do for that, as well as just general like the secondary motion that I always save for last. I always save like the hair movements for last, because that's like it's just easier and you don't have to like once you get to the base animation done of like the head moving around and everything looks good and times out well, then it's like, then it feels more locked and more easier to then say like, yeah, let me work on something, you know, like the hair that has physics that are like a child to the parents' head motions and anything else. So you can see like the hair's not, maybe, I don't know if I animated the first shot's hair, but stuff like that, especially in all of this, that needs to be tweaked out and actually animated. As well as designing the remote there. I have a design for it, but haven't gotten around to that. So good night, Kazumi. Thank you. All right, good night. Take care. You can watch the VODs on the channel, so go ahead and watch that sometime. You can watch the full live stream. Anyone else too? If you come in late, you can always watch the video on demand of the whole video, the whole live stream. So there you go. Let's see. I plugged Patreon at the beginning. I feel like I keep doing it, but I do it occasionally, so I feel like it's okay. Patreon is a monthly donation sort of thing. It's not super donation-y, but like you get stuff, so it's not a true donation where you don't get anything out of it. But I give out rewards and little behind the scenes stuff occasionally, I should say. That you get a little exclusive. I try to be very exclusive with it, with the stuff that I show. So little behind the scenes stuff of like storyboards and animatics, which are basically the same thing, and then with the Paper Derby Part 4, I had like a deleted scene, or like I had version 1s of scenes, and I showed those as videos. So you get some, what I would think is pretty interesting stuff. So I don't say this every day, so I feel like I can at least say it sometimes, that I'm not trying to be a YouTuber in like every single video, have you guys have every video sponsored or anything. It's not a sponsorship, but Patreon is a great website that I've been doing it for several years. I really like it. So yeah, link in the description. Should be in the first or second paragraph, I think, in the description. Down there, and you can sign up, and you can get all those exclusive Patreon posts to see a bunch of exclusive stuff. Help me out, chip in, and get a bunch of fun stuff. Yep. You also get your name in the credits as well. So, which someone did recently join up this week or so, but let's see. Well, actually, there's two people. There's one that just joined, and I said like I would like to, at least get one monthly cycle out, so I can actually make sure you're a valid user, before I start sending you out a whole bunch of different stuff and actually pay for it. So we'll like to make sure that you actually pay for at least one cycle before I send stuff out. That's a little prerequisite for me that I kind of came up with. Makes sense. And then when there's one other person that's just finished their cycle and now trying to get them so they can we're organizing, trying to figure like what kind of when you're more than $5 patron, then you can get your OC in the credits. So that's having a video. It's their first video, so like we're trying to figure out like what even their profile picture should be. So it's taking a little bit, honestly. I do need time to actually make it. So yeah. So thank you, Zephyr, for providing the oh wait, you're probably gone actually, but thank you in retrospect the OC pictures. That was super helpful. So if you watch this later, thank you. But yeah, so yeah, just to explain, there's like two different tiers that I have. There's a $1 tier and $5 tier. Those are the minimum, but I probably would suggest if you're going to go between 2 to 4, I would say probably just want to go back to 1 because then you don't get the $5 rewards. So I'm gonna round down. And of course, people even you saw on the other screen, like at the top, I have a long arm. At the top right, left. There was a couple patrons who pledged. So yeah. What was I saying with that? I got distracted by my arm. Okey-dokey. Yep, in StarGut, you'll see any animation. So that happens occasionally when I want like a crowd shot. I can include those OCs in there. Because those are easy, because then I would have made the pony for like the end cards. So I was able to just copy paste those in and add a walk cycle for Star and then get that done. So, but actually, I made him in the chibi style, like my style you see me as. So, and then the movie is in Paper Mario style. So I did that to like actually spend some time actually remaking it to be, rework it to then be Paper Mario style. So there's actually a lot more labor into that to get that going, but I think it was definitely worth it. And StarGut is OC in there, so that worked out well. But I should clarify that Star is not also a patron, and then we're just good friends that did that for him. As a little thank you for helping me out. So, but yeah, so occasionally if you're a patron, then you get occasional characters in the background for like crowd shots and stuff. It won't be like a video of like it won't be an animation where you get featured. I'll usually say that. It won't be like, hey, Derpy meets and talks with one of the patrons. I don't think I don't know if that's super clear when people sign up if they expect that. So saying it now. Definitely don't talk. But definitely don't have them be too large. I don't know. I definitely could. I don't know. I feel like it's feels too weird or anything. So I don't know. I think it's just like my old way of thinking. It's like I don't want to actually feature you too much. But yeah, exactly. Stars, right? Patrons get their pony shown in each animation. Mine is only once. Well, you get, at least you get your name. I've somehow foregone to not show the images of the ponies for like the paper derpies. Like I kept it more classy and tried to keep it more less crazy. I don't know. Instead of doing the spiral background and all the spinning stuff and Derpy dancing in the middle, I just made for the movie ones, I made them to just be a text where that just kind of flips through all the patrons. Yeah, so instead. So, yeah. So that's why I'm like, because I don't show the Patreon pictures, the profile pictures and the OCs in the movie. That's why I'm like trying to get everyone to get their profile pictures ready so I can have them be shown in the livestream shorts animation, which is trying to come out this week. So I'm trying to do my best to do that. And you can see like where I am in the progress of that on Patreon. So there we go. Okay. Let me get some more water. Hopefully that was good enough. Any other questions, then I can definitely answer them. Blah. Okay. Otherwise I'll move on. Unless there's any questions. But yeah, the big thing is just to look at the description, check out the Patreon link, and then if you're interested, you can join up. So there you go. Okay. Other stuff. Let's see. Well, that's actually most of what I'm probably going to be doing the rest of the week. Is going to be working on that video, the live stream shorts. So if I finish that, that'd be good. And then And then I'll probably have like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe before the stream on Tuesday. But we got some time to clean up some of the stuff for this animation. But we'll see how much I'll be able to get far on this. To clean up the animation I explained, like especially the fire stuff and the spider stuff that even just watching this, I'm like, so in the later shots, like some of the backgrounds disappear, so I'll have to figure that out. But yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba. Da-da-da-da. You would like Cookie legit, and I listen to the credits for the last part at least. No situation for us. Last part of the movie. I'm leaning over. That's what I'm like. My pony's Derpy is like leaning over. Let's see. Yeah, when I do the final, if there's a big if I finish the whole movie, I'm practically halfway done. I'm finished the full movie, and then I'll do my director's cut where I clean up everything that I saw in all the previous ones. And then I'll compile it into one big movie, which may be like 10 minutes long or something. And then when it's all combined, yes, into one big movie, then I'll have a more grand credit sequence where I'll have a big special thanks and try to list. I was thinking of like listing every previous patron and anyone else I could think of who may have helped. So, but if Cookie doesn't want to be credited, then that's okay. Let me know, and maybe I'll have to talk to some of them to see whether or not you want to be credited or what you want to be credited as. Maybe I have to do a big hunt for that. Maybe. Oh boy. Let's see. Last part or when it's all combined. Yeah, probably for when it's all combined. That's interesting. I just thought of right now that I could have, the quote, the last part, have the big credits tacked on that one. Because I don't know how long it may take to go back into each part and then clean up animation and music and sound effects and then combine it all. I don't know how long that may take, or especially just like with because I know that that's going to be like the final time I'm able to really work on it. So I probably want to make sure that every single frame and every music cue is perfect. So I don't know how long that may take. So that may work or not. I don't know. Well, I definitely still have time before thinking about all this final stuff. As we're only in part 4 of maybe roughly 7 or 8 parts. That's what I mean. Like we're about halfway. Part 5. It's more of a travel one again, where we're just trying to get to the next place. So it's not going to be. I don't know. We'll see how long that animation takes, but hopefully it'll take less time than the city, because I spent so long and there was so many like little details, and as well as trying to add a whole city and all that, I had to like do macro and micro scale for everything and then animate 20 to 30 characters in total for the whole sequence. So next part is travel, and they'll be on the vessel. Is that a spoiler? To say that, and then that'll greatly reduce the amount of people I have to work with, so that'll be easier. Rather than what I was doing for part 4, I had to like every shot, like, okay, let me make new characters for every single shot, and then place them in, animate them, put them into Blender, and then animate them in Blender, and then see if that works, and then go from there. So that just slowed everything down, and I had to make every single character, animate them, and put them in Blender. Oh boy. Okay. Mr. Stuff. Let's see. Okay. What am I be credited as special things? I just don't think I deserve it. Okay. Really long. Enjoyed the last part. Thank you. I appreciate it, Cookie. Thank you. Yeah, it's okay. I think you definitely have helped in some of the off streams where I've worked on the movie. I believe you were here for at least one of them. So I'll take that as a credit. Exactly. Cookies, man. I think we here. Look at me coming this morning. I'm back down my sanity. I would agree to that. Yes. Yeah. The last time there was less conversation, and that drove me a little bit insane. Just a little bit. Yeah, especially from like going from the Midnight Mayor's premiere live stream where we had like 30 people and then like every second there was someone talking, and then going to like the Tuesday stream where it's like was a ghost town, you know. It felt like that. If you commented, thank you, but it's like, yeah, in general it felt really barren. So oh boy, that just kind of hit me a little bit. I was like, oh no. What's going on? Because usually, you know, whenever I plug stuff, I usually do get at least like one more involvement or something. So I plug my YouTube and stuff, and it's like, well, if people subscribe, then they might start joining the streams, and then they'll be great. And then I got less people than usual on Tuesday, and it's like, what? So stuff like that is like, what? Okay. So but yeah. Yeah, you're super cool. Thank you. You're just in a stream 34. That seems like a lot, yeah. It's when you like start like, I don't know if you guys like actually start like, well whenever I did my Twitch streams like in 2014, 15ish, I would get like maybe like one person the whole time, and they would be like, oh, that's kind of cool, keep it up, and then left. So I was like, oh, okay. So I had nothing really to talk about that. Where I was at a point where it's like, am I supposed to narrate? There's no one literally here in my stream. So for that, it's like, yeah, that kind of built me up a little bit of a tolerance when there's no one here. At least I got to a point now with this, I can just ramble on pretty good, especially right now. Yeah, boy. Yeah, just gotta be on the other side of the stream, you know, when you're actually presenting and then there's no one there. It's like, yeah, what are you supposed to do then? Yeah. Oh yeah, on your side, if you had to like manage or like moderate with that many people, yeah, that would be tricky. Well, that's when you hope that you can almost hope and rely on the auto moderation stuff, like the YouTube. There's like a swear box. There's literally a YouTube swear box that you can put. You can input all the different stuff you don't want to be exact matched on YouTube live comments. So I kind of took one of those websites that like lists 1,000 different swear words and stuff. Just copy pasted it into that box, and I don't know if it works. No one's really being super mean, but I can definitely, you know, see that it sort of worked. But again, like again with like the fire stuff and how I animated that, is like, yeah, it's probably better to spend a little more time and actually craft it. And robots aren't there yet to get that to be perfect. Especially if there's like all the loopholes of like, well, if you like spell it with a space here between these letters, and it lets you have that specifically in your swear box too, so it's like it's impossible to get that going. To be perfect with that. Yeah, like a robot isn't really, I don't know if the YouTube, especially the YouTube one, isn't really trained to look through and scan through it and say like, hey, you know, you misspelled this word, but it's like, yeah, that's kind of close to what I got in my swear box, so, what should I do? You know, it's not there yet to think for itself on that. But yeah. Completion 13, if there's more people, maybe. Or the thing, yeah, thing holds messages for us. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if YouTube somehow recognizes that one of those squares in the square box is equal to each other, then if then there we go, full circle with that. Then it'll hold it for you, so it doesn't automatically show it. Hopefully, yeah. Oh boy, yeah, I'm excited to keep working on this. This is fun. With this project that I'm looking at here, with the back from work. That's what I'm calling it. That's what I called it in 2014. Well, actually, the original Flash file is Rickroll, so I should have something like that. Yeah, maybe in the TV. Yeah, we'll have like a whole bunch of different channels. Maybe that she'll like flip through. Maybe we could have one of them be Rickroll. I have like an animated version that I could probably just stick in there that I did like years ago. Yeah. But yeah, stuff like that will be all the TV stuff, and all the channels on there will be in post. So I'll break it into Premiere and then have a stream of that. Hopefully that'll work. I mean, if Blender works, then I guess maybe Premiere will work. Even if on my computer it doesn't work, I'll have to show you sometime that it's only since be Premiere has this problem where if you click on the file little pull down the sub menu thing at the top, it can take like 10 seconds or more before it like loads all the menu stuff. And I don't, I've had this for years, so I don't know if it's Premiere, is it computer, is it me, it's my project I got open, I don't know. But every time I like try to click on the file button, open a toolbar, then it like has to like load it or something, or like find out where it is or something. It's just like, jeez. Yeah, so if I use that, so I don't know, it's just this weird little thing that happens where it's just like, why? And it's like there's no explanation for it. I don't know. I'm like, why would they hang on for that for so long? To you click file in the top menu-y thing, and it takes like 10 seconds before it, like you click on it, and then it takes 10 seconds before it even shows all the menu stuff. So you click it, and then nothing happens, and then you wait for like that long, and then it like shows up, and it's like, what? I have to check on like the edit and the menus and layers. Oh, I think whenever I do like a layer, and that's in a sub menu at the top, toolbar top thing. When I do layer to get like text and shapes and stuff, so I do one of those kind of layers, then that shows up immediately. So I don't know what's up with file. I have no idea. Oh boy. Anyway, I think we're good. Let me get some more water and I'll bring us out. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I got a weird Premiere rant. I'll probably be using Premiere tonight too, so we'll see. See what happens. Let's see if it fixes itself, which it won't. Maybe I'll look into it more. See if there's like one person in 2012 that has this problem or something. But anyway, thank you. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope the stream was fun. We got actually a lot of different small elements done, so we'll got like one shot pretty good, but there was a lot of little tiny stuff that we had to do and create, so it worked out pretty well. We definitely have a foundation that now we can. You can't really clean up something that doesn't exist, so you gotta at least have something, and then you can clean it up. So that's what's going on here, is that I'm having something now I can actually clean it up. So okay. Thank you guys. Alrighty. Be seeing you. Yes. Thank you. Alrighty. Bye bye guys. See you next Tuesday. Actually I think I actually have an appointment on that day. So I'm going to I'll have to figure that out on that time to see how long I can actually stream on that. But probably expect that stream to be pretty short. Or at least be cut up short by a little bit. So there might not actually be toaster time on next Tuesday. So Yeah, expect that. Okay, thank you. Okay, forget about that. Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.